Oga, calm down. Was I there when you were doing it? Am I the one that asked you to do it without protection? Well, this was what my female friend said to me when I told her that her friend infected me with a chronic disease that till now I'm still yet to find a solution to it, right? Now, over a year plus, I've been dealing with this disease. I've tried medical, Agbo, which is the herbal method. I've tried spiritual, and nothing seems to be working. It's as if the more I try to find a solution to it, the more it becomes worse, to the point that I've spent all my money and there's still no solution to this thing. Now, here's how it all started, right? Before I go to the story, guys, understand that any story I post on this page, they're not my personal story. It was either sent to me by a follower or shared randomly on the internet, and I decided to share. This guy said that he used to be someone that was based in Lagos. He used to live in Lagos before he was transferred to Port Harcourt by his company. And when he was in Lagos, he was this type that lived, it was the type that lived a promiscuous life. Like, he loved to party and flex to the point that he does it sometimes without protection. And sometimes his friends will tell him that, Oga, we are not asking you not to live your life, but to just be careful. And he always felt that he was above the program, that he was above. He's those kind of people that, he believed that his head is different, that even if he does it unprotected with ladies, he's not going to be infected because he has tried a couple of times and nothing has happened to him. So he was careless with his life. Now he got transferred to Port Harcourt and that lifestyle continued. That when he's still currently in Port Harcourt, but he said when he arrived in Uli, he had a couple of girls, and these girls thought that they were the only ones he was dating. Now, a year ago, should I say a year plus ago, his female friend in Lagos called him and said that there's one of her friends that's coming to Port Harcourt to do something for like 3 days and she needs somewhere to stay. Then the girl begged him that please he should accommodate her, that she's just going to stay for 3 days and she's going to leave. He said initially he was hesitant because he doesn't really know the girl. He has seen the girl before because there was a time they went for one house party in Lagos, but he didn't really chat with the girl. So because of how persuasive that his female friend was, he allowed the girl to come live with him. And he also had that back of his mind that okay, maybe he go collect one or two Osho free from the girl, right? So that day came and he went to the bus park and he picked the girl and took her to his house. He said that day that the girl arrived, they didn't do anything, he just allowed her to settle in. Like, he lives in a two-bedroom apartment, so the girl stayed in the other room. Now the next day when he was going to work, he told the girl what to do, where to buy something in case she needs something. He even dropped money and also told her where to drop the key if she's going out to do whatever thing that she came to Port Harcourt to do, right? Now so when he came back from work that day, which is the second day, that he saw the girl putting on one of his shirts and she has already cooked, and everyone was smelling nice. He was happy. He greeted the girl, they chit chat for a while, ate, and he freshened up, sat down in the living room, and they were watching a movie. And before one thing led to another, they tried to do the bedroom activities. He said that day something was, he wasn't feeling the girl like that. So after they kissed for a while, I just told the girl that, let them, they should just, because he said he couldn't necessarily say what was he was being repulsive to do that thing with the girl, right? So he just told the girl that they should not worry, that before she's still gonna stay 2 more days, and before she goes, they're gonna that she should not worry. Now, when he went to work the next day, which is the third day, that his female friend in Lagos texted him and said that that her friend that is in his house, remember, that the girl told her that she should tell him that she really likes him. Why is he being so cold towards her? That long story short, the girl that is in his house, which is his female's friend, I don't know if you guys are catching up with the story, told her to tell him that she likes him and he should stop being cold towards her. So that day now, when he came back from work, as usual, the girl has cooked food again, and the airs, the gist. The one thing led to another. They went into kissing and touching body for the second time, and this time around they had bedroom activities. He said when they were in the process of it, he wanted to wear protection. The girl was like, "Why do you want to wear protection? What is like? Don't I look clean enough?" That's like the girl just found a way to convince him that they should do it unprotected, and he stupidly believed the girl because he said that looking at her, she was looking so clean and she did not look like someone that will carry or look like someone that has any disease, right? So when they finished doing the thing, the girl stayed a couple more days and almost a week. She actually outstayed the days that she said she was going to stay initially. The girl stayed for a week and left. Tell me why 2 weeks after this girl left, I be a week plus after this girl left, this guy started feeling sweetie, scratchy down there. He said initially he thought it was something minor, but before it started growing. He now went to the pharmacy in his area and told them what happened. So they just gave him a couple of antibiotics and he took it thinking that was the end. Little did you know that was going to be the beginning of his downfall. He said from that day, the thing started growing, He said he kept on scratching and scratching, that to the point that it would be as if something was biting him inside his, this thing. So he went to the hospital and explained to the doctor that this is what happened. I had something unprotected with a girl and yada yada a couple of days. Explained everything, and also told the doctor that he has taken some antibiotics from the pharmacy and nothing is happening. So doctor put him through some tests and told him they just gave him one English like that, and they gave him proper medication, injection too, right? But lo and behold, he said he thought that was going to be the end, but that was just the beginning. That the more he took the injection, the more he took the medications from doctor, the more the thing became so severe that he started losing weight. So out of anger and frustration, he called that his female friend in Lagos and introduced him to that girl, right? Then he was telling the girl that, see what your friend give me. Your friend said a couple of days, and as usual as adult now, we did the do. He was just shouting at the girl, saying, why did you tell me that your friend had this kind of thing? And then that his friend said, Oga, stop shouting at me. Am I the one that asked you to do it unprotected? Was I the one you were doing it? I beg, I beg, I beg. And that one reluctantly hung up the call. Then he now called the girl that they did it with, and the girl was like, and so what are you trying to say? I gave you something. Well, please go and deal with your shit. That's what the girl said, and the girl hang up the call. This guy said from that moment till now, it's been over a year plus, and he's still treating that thing to the point that the money he has spent in treating that thing that is wrong with him, he has spent all his saving, he has done agbo, nothing is working. So to the point that the person that is treating him, that have been treating and see that there's no improvement, told that maybe this thing is spiritual. You should go to church and pray. He has done a lot of spiritual work. He has prayed. Nothing seemed to be working. Currently, now as we speak, he's not working because he cannot even concentrate at his workplace because the thing has eaten him to the point that you can see physically that he's drying up, right? And like he cannot work. He's not physically capable to do any work, any job. And his savings, he has spent all his saving in treating that thing. Now he's asking for help. That what can he do? That he doesn't know what to do anymore. At this point, he's tired. That if he had known that day, he wouldn't have listened to the girl and do the thing unprotected. Do you understand? And he used to be this person that was carefree, like now he's now beginning to rethink his life. That why can't like long story short, he's beginning to regret why he lacked discipline and why he did it unprotected with the girl. That his female friend in Lagos, she no longer picks his call. The main girl that came to live with him for a couple of days in Port Harcourt, that one said don't even block him. He doesn't even know how he's going to see the girl. Now he said he's tired. He doesn't know what to do. At this point, he doesn't even know if it's spiritual, if it's physical. He has run a lot of tests. Doctors are saying that there's nothing wrong with him. That what can he do to get out of this whole mess? If you guys have any recommendation, if you have any advice for him, please tell him what to do because at this point he's losing his mind. Oh, guys, when I saw this story, I felt really, really bad for him because, I mean, I don't know if somebody, and the funniest thing, it's not like they'll say this is the particular thing that is wrong with you. He has run a lot of tests now. There's no name. They are telling that there's nothing in your system. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't have, if it is the virus now, they'll say, okay, you have the HIV or you have been taking. No, like there's no name. He has gone for scan test. There's nothing in his system. There's nothing wrong with him. But he knows that sometimes the thing will be working inside his body, as if something is working inside his body, and the thing is drying him up. At this point, he said he doesn't know what to do. How can he get his life back? He's now beginning to regret everything. What do you guys think he should do? For me, at this point, I don't know because since he said he has already gone to hospital, he has done agbo, he has prayed and nothing seems to be working. Okay, now he's giving spiritual. Oh, you have to keep praying because that's the only way you can get out of this situation. And you guys, please learn from this guy's story. Men, women, I'm not saying now that it must be a man. Just learn from this story and be careful. They're not the right time for face. Some people intentionally do this thing to take something from me spiritually, and that is what he's giving. I think that girl took something from him. I think so. That is my thought. If you guys have anything better to tell him in the comment section, please let him know. I also use his story as a medium of learning. Let me put it like that. Just be careful because the world is very deadly. But thank you guys so much for listening to this story. Don't forget to keep your stories coming. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one.